Welcome. Has it ever happened to you that you tried so much to find happiness and enjoyment in this world? But each time when you tried, your attempt ended in failure. Or even worse, you got a little bit of happiness, but then it turned into distress. So if this happened to you, you can know that you're not the only one. This is actually the law in this world. And this is what I would like to share with you today from the ancient yoga textbook, Bhagavad Gita As It Is. Very important knowledge about our true nature, about our true identity, which will help us to actually really find the real happiness and the real enjoyment. So in this video, I will explain what is the most prominent characteristic of all of us who are here in this material world. And the second, why are our attempts to be happy in this world not successful? And the third, what to do about it. So please stay with me till the end. We will start with the Bhagavad Gita As It Is, chapter 7, text number 5. This is a very important chapter, which actually defines some essential truths about us and the world in which we live. So text number 5 goes like this. Besides this, almighty armed Arjuna, there is another superior energy of mind, which comprises of the living entities who are exploiting the resources of this material inferior nature. So I will also read just a tiny little portion of the commentary because it is so instructive and so powerful. So all the living beings are controlled by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And these living entities are his superior energy because the quality of their existence is one and the same with the Supreme Lord, which means basically that each and every one of us as a soul is a spiritual being, it's a divine being, and we have the same qualities as God. However, there is some essential difference. So, although the living entities are the same in quality with the Supreme Soul, but they are never equal to him in quantity of power. While exploiting the gross and subtly inferior energy, matter, the superior energy, the living entity or the soul, forgets his real spiritual mind and intelligence. And this forgetfulness is due to the influence of matter upon the living entity. But when the living entity becomes free from the influence of this illusory material energy, he attains the stage called mukti or liberation. The false ego, under the influence of material illusion, thinks, I am matter and material acquisitions are mine. His actual position is realized when he is liberated from all material ideas, including the conception of his becoming one in all respects with God. So I'll stop here. This is a very, very powerful verse and the commentary. So it is really for those of you who are intelligent, who are educated, and who are very thoughtful, and who are really looking for the real solution to the problems that you experience in this life, and for the real happiness, which is lasting. So in this verse, we actually read that the characteristic of all the living beings who come here in this world is that we try to exploit this material world, the material resources, basically. And you can see what is happening, right? Everybody is fighting for these material resources and trying to grab as much as possible, from money to land, to houses, to so many other things, innumerable other things, innumerable other possessions and wealth. Because we are hoping that we will enjoy in this way. But the problem here is that when we act in this world in this way, trying to exploit or enjoy this material energy, what really happens? The material energy is also divine energy. So this material world is also consists of divine energy. The Supreme Lord actually possesses innumerable divine energies, of which there are primarily three. First is spiritual energy. Second is spiritual energy, which comprises of the living entities, the souls, and it is called the marginal energy. And the third is material energy. All these three energies are divine, but the special characteristics of the spiritual energy or marginal energy, which refers to us, the living beings, the souls, is that we are very, very tiny. We are very small. We are very insignificant in size and in power. And because of this, we always have to take shelter. And we have a choice, either to take shelter of spiritual energy or of material energy. And accordingly, then our situation changes completely. And all of us who are here in this world, we actually tried to take shelter of the material energy by trying to enjoy and exploit her. And what happens is that this energy, the material energy, because it is divine, because it is under the supreme control of the supreme controller, it is more powerful than we are, and we come under her influence. It actually overpowers us, and it actually completely bewilders us. And this is why the enjoyment that we are expecting in this world, and that it is alluring us and promising us, yes, you can enjoy, you can be happy, it turns into its opposite. It turns into suffering. It turns into disappointment. And we, because our identity is mistaken at this point, we have completely lost the sense of who we really are. And this is a very essential, fundamental question of who you are. Because if you think that you're a woman, you will act and behave as a woman. If you think you're a man, then you will behave as a man. If you think you're an animal, you will behave as an animal. There are innumerable stories of people and also animals who were raised by different species. There are examples of human children who were raised by animals. There is one boy who was raised by wolves in the wilderness. And he actually behaved just like a wolf. He was walking on all four, barking. And in the same way, there are also so many stories of people who have pets, and sometimes they adopt some animal. I was just recently seeing a video in which a little goat was raised with other pets, other cats. And this little goat thought that, actually, no, it was the dogs. This little goat thought that she is a dog also. So she was behaving like a dog. And then there is another story about a dog who was adopted as a tiny little puppy. And he was raised by an owner who had like a bunch of cats. And so basically, this little puppy was raised by cats. And this now already adult dog, it still purrs when he is very happy or satisfied. So he adopted some behavior of cats. So why I'm telling you all these funny stories? Because if we are bewildered in this identity, the fundamental truth of who we really are, then all our life is built on a wrong foundation. And everything is wrong. And we cannot really be happy because we are trying to gain happiness in a wrong way, in a way that only brings distress. So this is now the explanation why are we experiencing distress when we're trying to be happy in this world? Because we are not of this world. We are not material beings. We cannot be happy by enjoying matter or exploring matter. Money cannot make you happy, nor can any material possession make you happy, or any beautiful woman or handsome man. None of these can make you happy. Why not? Because you are a spiritual being, and you will only be happy when you will achieve the spiritual happiness. And spiritual happiness only comes when you start acting in accordance with your true constitutional position. And your true constitutional position is that you are a soul and you are meant to be always connected with the Supreme Soul in a loving relationship. And you are actually meant to serve the Supreme Soul. And in this way, you can enjoy unlimited happiness, spiritual happiness. So I will end here. And if you have any questions, please write down in the comments, and I will continue in this series with the next class, which will describe even more about our true position in this world.